This is David Williams from Focus Design Builders, the builder who put this monstrosity together. David, you've been a Ceco builder now for what, coming up to 8 years?
Yes, sir. We started in 2010, and we started working with Ceco that year when we came into business.
This, by far, though, is the biggest one to date, right? This is massive.
Absolutely, yeah. This is 365,000 square feet. Is the largest project we've had, and with Ceco since we've started.
Now, this project had an interesting way of getting started. Tell us about how a sign got you this 365,000 square foot job.
Yes, absolutely. One of the things we do on every project we work on is put a sign out. And about a half a mile down the road, we did about a 5,000 square foot expansion on another local facility. We received a call. Our Jonathan Williams, our project developer, got involved with K-Flex, and originally just started out as a 30,000 square foot expansion of their office and morphed into a 365,000 square foot expansion.
Jonathan, you're the project developer. Tell us about the client, potential client at this point, seeing a sign of you working down the road at another building, and they give you a call. How did that come about, and how did it go?
Right, so initially they contacted us when we were working on the Wake Forest Baptist Church, which is about probably 2 or 3 miles up the street from where we are right now. They gave us a call, asked to speak with a sales representative of the company. I got lucky, the call got routed to me, and we started talking about what their vision was for a potential addition to their existing building. What we did is we put together a 3D model for the client and displayed it in our presentation. We also did a site plan that was 3D. So we were able to tour him through the building as he sat there at his desk.
You all know this guy, Magic Mike Boykin. Boom! Mike, you're the DSM on this job, but you've held multiple different roles at Ceco over the years.
Yeah, I've been with Ceco for 30 years. I started out as a drafting trainee and was in customer service, was the shortage coordinator, was a construction manager, and been a DSM for 11 years.
Yeah. You failed at all those other jobs, and they finally found one that suits you.
That's what they say, is if you fail at all other stuff, they put you in sales. So here I am. Yeah, so once you sell the job, then you have to perform. And I don't make schedules and I don't draw drawings. I sell buildings, and I have a lot of wonderful people behind me, behind the scenes. Liz McDonald, Steve Dasher, and a bunch of other great people working at the Ceco office that produce these schedules and produce these drawings and hit the dates that we promised the customer that we're going to deliver. In this case, we had some competition with the numbers, and we had to make sure that when we gave our bid that our numbers were right and our dates were right.
We set up and worked hand in hand with Ceco in developing a time frame when we needed steel, and they were able to set up their production where it was coming out in phases. As you would imagine, 365,000 square feet, it was multiple truckloads of steel. We were able to work with them hand in hand, and where the production started, where we were able to take delivery in a staged fashion, so we were able to store the material before it was erected, but also meet our deadline.
Tevaram, you were the project superintendent on this. Big job, a lot of moving pieces. You're kind of at the front of that, plugging the right people into the right subs and everything else. How'd that go?
Absolutely. Anytime you do a job of this size, this magnitude, on the time schedule that we were allotted to do it in, you really need good team players, and Ceco was one of those for us.
You can't always judge what's going to happen with the weather. You can't predict. You're going to get some rain, you're going to get some snow, some freezing, whatever. You ran into some weather issues, but you overcame those. How did that go?
Absolutely. Ceco was willing. We had a couple of weeks that we lost due to rain. Ceco was willing to put extra manpower on the job for us. Really, whatever it took to achieve our goals that we had set forth at the beginning of the project.
The other unique thing on this project is that because of its size, multiple erectors were used, which is not typical on this kind of a thing.
No, typically you have one general contractor. In this case, we had one large general contractor that was Focus Design Builders that won the project, but they also asked us to supply labor for the project. So we, Ceco, hired 2 additional Ceco builders, S&W Steel and NB Erectors, to erect the project for us.
And Ceco was willing to do whatever it took to keep us on date and achieve the goals each month that we were looking to achieve.
And sometimes that involved adding more.
Adding more manpower. There was a couple weeks we lost due to steady and constant rain. Instead of pushing the date back, we added more manpower on the job. We figured out ways to get it done to stay on track, stay on schedule.
Last thing I want to ask you is about how it came together and why it was successful. What are the factors as you look back on this now and say, thank God we did this, or this is what really made it happen for us? What do you think?
Right. Well, I think a lot of it is this is a local project for us. Obviously, our office is right down the street. I grew up in the local town, Wake Forest, which is where our office is based. At one point, there was discussion of this facility moving out of this area. That was a lot of jobs that this area was going to lose.
Right.
So we were working with the Economic Development Office. We were working with the state. We were working with KFlex. Working with the landowner. Working with Craig Moffitt. I mean, it was our incentive to get this project done was not only the matter of us getting a job this size to build, it was also keeping the economic engine running here in Youngsville and Wake Forest.
Well, David, congratulations on an outstanding project.
Thank you.
Fabulous job. And out there, if you're watching, if you need some foam pipe wrap, give us a call.